Hello, hello. Good morning, everyone. It's London time again. I want to apologize already for some noise because they're cutting trees, all areas around because the tree cutters are here. We still had some issues because of the bad weather of trees falling and explosive growth because of the rain. So, and it's a very, as you can see, a very lush area where I live. So yeah, it's definitely needed. So apologies if there's going to be some noise. I think they should be almost done, but it could be that they still have some work to do. So you might hear some noise in the background, but it won't be the whole stream. So let's go. Interesting session yesterday. I did the PM session. I was very tired. And I don't do well in higher time frame consolidation, which you can see here is no distribution. But it was interesting because when I was journaling, I was like, okay. So I tend not to trade against the direction that I think that the chart is going. So I was bullish higher time frame, so I don't like to be in shorts when I'm bullish, right? But at the end of the day, it was still a beautiful short which presented itself. And it was quite logical. I think about it in hindsight. I was like, yeah, it's like TGIF. It's like the retracement of a weekly candle, but the logic goes for every candle. A candle retraces back into the range before it closes, right? You have open, low, high, and then you go back into the range to close. And it totally makes sense that even though still being bullish, we would have that move to the downside. Now, I wasn't interested in playing it because I tend not to go against my bias. But I totally didn't think about that. It was just, when you get tired, you miss those important things, right? And I was thinking, oh, we're going to go up, up, up. But of course, you're not going to go up when the candle is closing. You're going to have a retracement, especially after a day that's been going up. Same on gold. It was the same on gold. So it just made me aware of like when you're tired, you just miss things and you don't think about those. You don't you miss a lot of logic. This was the trade. Let me see. We started. I just have to see if the gardeners are sending me anything because the gardeners are almost done. Where are we? 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock, and then here. Yeah, we started moving down into that opening right here, but we still left this little area here, which is quite interesting. So remember, also in London yesterday, so we left this area in the opening range gap here, the daily open, and in London we left the previous day low, monthly open, weekly open. So that's an interesting area. So once we start going down, this is definitely an area of interest for me. Hey MCC, how are you doing? Good morning to you. Hello, hello. So still bullish. I'm still bullish, but I want expansion. So let's see what we're going to get. We're almost done in the wicks. We still have some wicks here. This was to be expected. This price action, right? There were a lot of wicks yesterday here as well on the higher time frame. Let's see what the daily is giving us. Oh, ugly, 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 ugly. So on the daily, I said I want buy side going through the daily, but it was okay. I said, oh, I wanted this daily candle to close above, but it doesn't matter if we end the day here and the next candle does it, right? So that was a little bit short-sighted of me to think that it had to do this candle. It was perfectly fine. We had a retracement, and then the next candle does the job. And then now I believe we are going into this wick, to this area. So I was so, I don't know why, but I think I was really tired and I thought, oh, we have to close above it. No, we don't have to. You can have a normal retracement, and then the next candle does so yeah. So that was that about yesterday. So that's the daily. On the daily, I believe we're going to work our way up into this wick. Is it going to be smooth? Most likely not, because of the imbalances here. Not expecting too much of easy distribution trade. Let me put it that way. The kind that I like. Not expecting that today, but who knows? We might be surprised once we maybe get into this area. who knows, we might get a smooth direction to the downside for TGIF. So that's that. Where are we in the weekly range? I guess we are still on the top, right? This is the high. We're about 10%, I guess. 20% is here. The high is here, so 10% will be around here. Would be likely that we're going to take out the high again, right? Hey, Norik, how are you doing? So yeah, very bullish on NQ. Still bullish. We took out this liquidity here. Now, let's see, we might go have a little retracement. It's going to go back and forth, maybe a little bit. So I'm going to be very, very careful with trading. I really want a distribution, and this is for me just low probability area. Might have to wait maybe for the for another session. So we're gonna watch. Go back to the 1 minute. Let's see what my favorite macros are doing. I'm starting to enjoy watching price action instead of trading it, just to make sure. It's weird. If I thought about that 2 years ago, I would say I would be crazy. Okay, let's watch. The yellow lines are the macro, 150 to 210. I just want to see what price is doing. Just give me some intel without. We did take on the 1 hour. We took out liquidity here, right? So we went above this level here. We took out the 1 hour, and I'm gonna watch the 4 hour. Hey John, hello Mama. Oh, you guys are so funny. I think they're done with all the tree cutting. So we created a nice fair value gap. So let's see if we are going to revisit that at some point, or are we going to go lower? I do think we're going to go lower on the 1 hour because we had a nice liquidity here. But let's have a look at the 4 hour. My favorite. Now let's see. We're going to close anytime soon, in a few seconds, and hello, Gigi. You're looking at yourself again. Yes, you're very pretty. We are around midnight, so. Hello, my girl. Got a 4 hour FUG here, and it would be nice if we finally can get the expansion, the long-awaited expansion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 4 hour candles in this area here. And hey, Papacito, how are you? I'm doing great. Yourself? You had a good day yesterday, Papacito, I believe. So it's Friday. You don't want to give any profit back. You don't want to. If you have a losing week, you don't want to make your losing trades bigger. Fridays are always the days that you want to be careful, unless you really, really see your acre. Let me just open the door because it's a little bit hot, and I think they're done with the tree cutting. Hold on. Oh, you careful, my kitty. Let me sit up myself. No. We have to keep little children. Here we go. Here we go. I want to see my opening range gaps. Where are they not showing? On gold. That's weird. Oh, it's not weird because we are above it. we made a lot of movement to the upside. I'm sorry. The day before, Papacito, yeah, okay, you overtraded too much. Okay, good to, well, it's good that you realize, right? It all happens to us. We all do that, I guess. It happens. It's all normal. It happens. Overtrading is such an easy thing to do, right? It's difficult when you see when you're almost done, especially when you're in the red and it's a natural thing. You want to solve the issue, right? If you're red, I have the same. If I have a red day, I want to fix it. And it's really hard to close the day being red and just accepting the loss. If you know the market is still going, you think like, oh my God, I could maybe fix it. And it's really hard to let go, but you have to be very strict with yourself. You have to have your own, you have to set your daily loss limit and be okay with it. But it's difficult. I mean, it's not easy to really think, okay, you know what, and let the market just be. And even though it might present its, that opportunity that you see, but you already, logged yourself out. It's sometimes very frustrating. But if you don't, most of the times you just lose your account because you just keep on going, right? It's just the loop that your brain gets into. So most of the time it doesn't end well. That one time that you miss that trade, that's at one time. But most of the times you won't. It won't be a positive thing, a positive ending. We all been there. We all there. We all go through it. It's part of being a trader. Part of the mental challenge that we face every day. And we need to keep on working on and get better in. So for me also, when I look at the 4-hour structure, I'm just not interested too much. I know that there can be a move, and I won't be surprised we go all the way here, but I just don't like this structure because of the wicks and there's too many if buts, if then, if what are you going to do first, what are you going to do? We have a fair value gap that hasn't been untouched. On the 1 hour we did take liquidity, yes, but we are around midnight, which is also a point of liquidity. We are at the suspension block. I've got a fair value gap, a high value here, so I've got too many ifs and buts, and we're in the middle around that area. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to, I'm not interested because it doesn't provide me my A+ setup right now. 1 hour, we took liquidity right over here. We are here now in this wick here. I'm bullish, but I really want more confirmation before I enter in a trade. We do have a gap here. Do we have any news today? Do we have anything? I know I look at it a few times because sometimes things pop up. Do we have anything in London popping up? European flash manufacturing, it doesn't really affect us. GBP at 430, flash manufacturing PMI, and 9:45 and 10 o'clock news. Okay. Okay, here we go. Now, I wouldn't be interested in a long here. Why? Because we got a fair value gap right above it. So question is, and also a larger wick here on the 1 hour, which is this fair value gap. So I wouldn't be surprised if we are going to reject from here again. So I'm just watching it. So even though you might have a structure like, oh, we got an inversion here, I would rather watch how it's going to react in this area. You see this wick here on the 1 hour, this area. I just want to see how price is going to behave in this area. Because a wick is just a bunch of imbalances and need to be balanced out. So I'm not even looking at liquidity at that point. So I'm not even interested in liquidity. I just want to see how it's balancing out the imbalances and what it's doing. So this was at 2 o'clock short. What happened? This was the rejection block. See, I missed that. I was this is a rejection block. We went into this wick here, most likely a quarter or a half, and then it goes down. And the rejection is just, and then now after it's done its work, that's enough for it to balance out the imbalances in this area around that time that has been created here. And then now this is liquidity. And what happened? Now we took out this liquidity today at 1 o'clock in the 1 o'clock candle. So this was in the 2 o'clock yesterday PM session. Rejection block down and then back up in Asia. So beautiful sell side, buy side liquidity. And now I'm just, do I see a clear AMD, for example, where I can match my accumulation, manipulation? No, not at all. So are we going to go maybe back and forth here? Could be. Let's see. $15-minute. We took liquidity here, so we got a new dealing range now. I'm going to use this dealing range for my calculations of the OTE levels, just to see if there's any logic we can use. Here we go. Now, if this would have been a balanced price range, like for example, there would be a gap here, then I could use this area to see, I could make it smaller, but because of this little gap, I can't do that. I have to use the whole range now. Here we go. So let's see what we are going to do. Have a look at gold quickly. What can we do in an area like this, right? It's hard. It's really hard to trade. We took liquidity here, so we got, do we have a new dealing range? I think we can use this one here. Technically, it's this one here. So both gold and NQ are between the top and 10% of the weekly range. Asia low, Asia high. We're in the middle, so not interested, and around midnight. Okay. Both are hanging around midnight and just um, so it's a waiting game again. Did anyone trade Asia, by the way? Any one of you guys? So I was thinking, by the way, still busy with the contract of Edge Clear of the American broker for non-U.S. citizens mainly. Well, U.S. citizens can also sign up, but the deal, the commission, better commissions are only for the structure that I am in myself, because it's the structure that they had to give to me, and for some reason. So I'm just wondering if people would be interested in me to showcase a small account and just just open up an account of $1,000, which I think is doable for more people instead of opening up a big account and trade a lot of your own money. But just open up a $1,000 account. The minimum is 500, but then you have so little margin. I would really recommend 750 or $1,000, and then trade with M&Q, and then grow that account. So I want to actually start doing that, and showcase that it's possible to grow, to have your own account with just $1,000 and grow that account. So I'm just curious if people are interested in that too, um, for me to do, because I could also open up a larger account, which I have as well. But I think it's nice to showcase maybe just with MNQs, MGC. You can just build your account. You don't have to, and you don't need a lot of money to get your own account. That's the point I want to actually get across. So if you have like your prop firms and you make a bit of money, transfer it to an own account, so you diversify yourself. So I'm just thinking if people have interest in that. I'm just curious. I think it's interesting because I wish I knew sooner. Um, just waiting around midnight again. Wake. Let's see. We can get into here. 214. We create equal low, so it's likely that we're going to go down, because also I see flat bottom here. Uh, I think they're all done with the tree cutting. That's nice. It's just crazy because by the way, I have an avocado tree right in front of me, and the avocados are growing. So I've got like I don't know, it's a big tree. It's huge, and it's literally hanging over two other neighbors. So they have some avocados as well. But I think I think they are ready to maybe at some point fall. But I've got an outdoor shower, and I have to be careful that I don't have avocados falling on my head when I'm taking a shower. Because I was looking like, oh, okay, and especially when there's wind, I'm like, oh, I could get an avocado on my head when it starts falling. Well, wiki. Where do you live? Where do you live? I think you're the scalper. You want to ask where I live. I live in South Africa. I'm from the Netherlands. And I would never have a home with a avocado tree in front of me there. So I guess that basically already sums up why I like living here. I like the bush and nature, and I can see we still have it here. Now it's not really, there's some, it's not perfect, no, but nowhere is perfect. But you always have to find your balance, right? What do you want and what do you get, and then what are the negatives, what are the positives, and if the positives are more than the negatives, that's where you want to be. I guess. So I moved a couple of years to South Africa. Okay, let's see, guys. Let's see if we can get some structure here. Oh, hold on. This is not what I want. See suspension block here? A 1 hour suspension block. So let's see if we are expecting it. Or are we going to go into this wick, or is the suspension block on its own a barrier? For our okay, let's see if we finally are going to go up. Oh yes, it's date. Yes, it is morning here. So I woke up at 4. I watched some tennis, Australian Open, and it is 9:15 here in the morning. Yes, but I wake up at 4, and you'll hear me be very upset with the rooster here because the rooster. I wake up at 3 now. So I'm a little bit. I hate that rooster. So I want to have my hour, 1 more hour of sleep because I go to bed quite late, to be honest. So I just sleep 5 hours, but if I don't want to sleep 4 hours because of the rooster thing. Okay, so let's see how we're going to behave here. I'm just watching this 4 hour wick. If we are going higher than the 50%. Oh. So I'm not engaging yet. Not interested in engaging. That looks strong. Could that be because of the suspension block that it is powerful? I don't know. There's still something I'm investigating, by the way, the suspension blocks, because ICT did not really go into it that much, but I'm just wondering if the suspension block propels it up. Let's see. I do like this. 220. We've got equal low, relatively equal. Oh, you thought I was in New York? I'm not. No, I'm not in New York. It's too busy for me. I would go mad when uh, I would go nuts to live in New York. It's nice to visit, though. Oh, I mean, it was nice many years ago. I think I don't know if it's still nice, but it's too many buildings. But Central Park could be nice, I guess. No, I need more quiet and less traffic. I think it was the same. Wasn't it the same yesterday where we had midnight and we also went through a inversion straight away like that? Wasn't it the same situation? Let me look yesterday to yesterday's price action. There was a nice long though yesterday. Two. Yeah, we did the same here. See, this was yesterday. We had a gap. We went into the gap here. We engulfed this candle and then we just distributed to the upside to finalize this gap here. Let's see. It's a little bit different though. But we didn't have a wick. We had these here. And we took out these. Okay, let's see. Okay, we took liquidity here. Yes, you can buy a house here. I can buy anything here. I actually bought a piece of land and I was planning to build on that, but I got in a lawsuit with the home builder, so I still actually am. And I just sold the piece of land again. So, but you can, yes, it's possible. A lot of Americans have a property here. Oh, Scalper, are you interested in property here? What area are you interested in? South Africa is huge. Are you interested in bush? Are you interested in mountains? Are you interested in beach areas? Because it's a huge country. So I would advise you to first look if you have any interest in specific areas. Then you can narrow down your search, and then you can find a beach. Okay, KwaZulu-Natal. So that's where I am right now. So I have I live in KwaZulu-Natal at the moment. So I have ocean. I see the ocean from my rooftop here. But we have the Eastern Cape. We've got the Western Cape. And KwaZulu-Natal. So it depends on which area. It's also, I mean, South Africa has Atlantic Ocean. We've got two oceans here, right? So Cape Town is totally different than KwaZulu-Natal. And the Eastern Cape is also really different again than Western Cape. So, but yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for the beach, definitely. So I would recommend to you, there is a site called Property 24. Let me find it for you. I'll put it in here. Yes, David. You don't need a lot of the less the and at some point you'll figure it out that what you need something maybe, but you don't need a lot, right? Um, so for the scalper, property24.com, check that one out, and then look for KwaZulu-Natal, Eastern Cape, Western Cape, and just do some research because there's a lot. We have a lot of different areas. It's just price is enough. Well, that's David. Just price. If you have reached that level, you are really advancing. I still need indicators to be honest, and I need some things. But hey, listen. If you are able just to read price, which actually should be enough, then well done. Jeremiah, it's like you woke up very early. I slept before you. Yes, it's crazy. We all live everywhere, anywhere else, so we have different schedules, right? We have some overlap at some point, but that's why I'm also not in the Discord doing too much like sending messages to everyone, especially for London. Hey, everyone, I'm live. Because I'm like, I don't know if people have, a lot of people sleeping during London, and I'm like, yeah, you know, but the scalper, you have to do your research because some areas are, there's a lot of safe areas here, but there's also areas that are less safe. So you really have to do your homework before you invest. That's the rent. That's the amount of money. You have to Google that yourself. It's they converted. It's rent to US dollar. I think as a US citizen, you'll be surprised by the prices. It's not expensive compared to the US. You have to convert that. So the R stands for rand, the South African rand. So it's 8.5 million rand. And the house that you're probably looking at will be most likely 5 times more expensive in the US, or maybe even more than 5 times. Let me know how much times it's more expensive in the US or where you live, that house where you're looking at. Because 8.5 will get you a really, really nice house here. You see how wiki it is and how what it's doing. I know a lot of people are thinking, oh, we've got liquidity here. We already engulfed this. I'm getting in. There's a lot of people that got caught on this move because they only think about, oh, liquidity up there. But as long as you're in this wick, you have to be careful. Okay, maybe now it's time to get in. I just want to see, did we go into this again? I just want, Meanwhile, while we're trading, people are watching to spend their money buying homes. That would be it. Wouldn't that be nice if we do so well that meanwhile while we're trading, we're making so much money. We're straight investing it into properties. Hey, it's always important when you make money. You always have to set something aside for percentage of passive income. That's how you want to do it. You live off some money, and then some money you invest in growing your trading account, and the rest of the money you would also like to invest in making the money work, like investing in, I don't know, whatever is where your heart lies, I guess, or what you're interested in. Now, I don't like this 1 hour candle at all, so I'm really not interested because here's 1 wick, here's 1 wick, so I'm just waiting. David, yes, I am a crypto trader in the sense of more long-term investor. I have crypto, but I'm not trading it actively. I have it since 2018, but obviously it hasn't been the best of year, to be honest. I'm still up because I went in very early, but obviously it's been a very frustrating year for crypto, to be honest. I'm just leaving it. I'm not touching it at all. I'm just forgetting about it. And I haven't even looked at it. I'm just so frustrated how things are going in crypto. It's been I mean, it was just cycle wise. I mean, sometimes you have like oh, hold on. I don't want to do that. You see how horrible this price action is. It just we go into this week now. We go into this week. Uh, we have half an hour till the end of the hour. 4 hour candle. There's no distribution yet. Nothing going on that interests me right now. Um, I don't know. CRT is just another word for. I have no idea. I just use power of 3, 2 a.m., 8 a.m. Yes, I use all. That CRT thing. I think that is from that Romeo guy, which is I think a horrible person. But I don't know what CRT actually means. But if you mean power of 3 or just using open, high, low, close. AMD, that's how I trade, yes. But I love the 2 a.m. 4 hour candle and the 10 o'clock. Those are my two favorite candles, 4 hour candles. But for me, there's no power of 3. I don't see any AMD. I just see wicks and balancing out. Yeah, it's just another word, I guess. But if it's from Romeo, I'm not really interested. Anything from that guy. Like even on the 15-minute, I would say we're still, we're just here going back and forth, as you can see. Let's go to the 9-minute. You can see, right? We're just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So, oh, this is interesting. I love the 9-minute, guys. I mean, for me, when I'm really like, oh, what are we doing and why am I not seeing it? an imbalance here. We went into that. Oh, that's a beautiful one. Let me see. We had that on the 3 minute as well. You see that on the 3 minute, it was hard to see, and on the 9 minute, it would have given clarity where we might have a little rejections. Beautiful. I love the 9 minute. Now, what do we see else on the 9 minute? We do have nice liquidity here at some point, but are we going to go down first? Reject here. I'm going to leave it on the 9 minute. For me, that's just um, um, I think a drop is coming because I see balance price within the 1 minute. I just see, I don't see any logic here. It's just going back and forth. We have equal lows here. I see a lot of imbalances here as well. I like this flat candle here. One could also argue, ICT said if you have a lot of back and forth candles, you can consider that a balanced price range as well. Like here, back and forth, back and forth. So you've got buy side, sell side, buy side, sell side. So this could also be considered a balanced price range. So that's why I'm just not engaging, because you really have no idea what they're going to do. Either they go back into this wick or they take out this liquidity. It's both. It's sort of like a nothing burger at the moment, if that makes sense. Now they're going to do some tree. Now we do have this formed at 2 equals, so maybe at 3 o'clock it will take out this level here. We did form equal lows within this macro, so let's see. I'm not going to trade it. I'm not interested at all. It's also too small. It's just 10 points. Oh, boring price action. It's annoying. Let's have a look at gold in the meantime. A lot of little gaps, a lot of little areas that need to be here. Oh, you might hear the do you hear that, guys? Yeah, we're going into this range now. Let's see. Do you hear that? Do you hear the cutting of the trees? Boom. Okay, now what's gonna do? What are you gonna do? NQ? I love my fair value gaps. Okay. Now look. Macro is almost coming. Let's see if we can get a clear direction. Oh, guys, I'm really distracted by that noise. I don't know if you guys hear the noise. I do see an order block here, but I also do see a flat bottom. So I'm a little bit. I want to wait how we're going to react here before I enter a short. It's very noisy. I don't think my married life or my personal life is really that interesting to talk about. Would rather focus on the charts. I share my life with my partner has to share me with NQ, and he's okay with that. Let me put it that way. Can you hear the? Can you hear the noise, guys? It's very loud. It's distracting for me. I can't focus. Okay, 249. Yeah, yeah. You okay? I'm happy to hear that you guys don't hear it because it's very loud on my end. Let me close my window because it's very. Yeah, I'm very sensitive to that kind of thing, so I can't focus then. But at least you guys don't hear it that bad. Let me just um, close all the windows. I'm quite sensitive for that, but and it's like really loud. So then I feel like, oh my god, I can't focus. Especially when I'm trading, I need like. Okay, the scalper. You said something about a daily order block. Let me have a look because I see this one here, but I see a flat bottom as well, and we have still some room to the downside. But this is always a very important fair value gap, which always helps me. So I'm still not really. I see a short, but I'm just not sure if the time is right yet. And I'm just wondering about this little bugger here. What we're going to do. So if this is the 4 hour, I'm just wondering if we are going to get one non-distrib. Let me put it that way: a non-distributional 4 hour candle. That's what I wanted to say. So are we going to distribute or not? I want the distribution. I don't want a short. I want a really nice move where I can see that we really distribute to the downside. I wonder if we're done here. Okay, let's wait. We took liquidity. We're in a fair value gap. We went into this gap here, so we should be done. We have liquidity to the downside. We got a flat bottom here. Yeah, it's loud now. Oh, okay. Well, so you did not. Okay, good. You managed on time. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, this area. I mean, I also think we need a little bit of relief to the downside, but On the other hand, I see this as all balanced as well. So that's why I wanted the price action to be, when I said I want the body closure above the end walk, it's the end walk. Here we got buy side, sell side, and then we created some wicks again here. So I would think we might need a little bit of sell side again into it, but it could also, when we get a TGIF, for example, so I'm just trying to think ahead a little bit, like if we would get, like if we look at the 1 hour here, the high is here, right? And if we have like a distribution, we go up, 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 and then we get a TGIF, then we get a fast move to the downside. So maybe it will leave some for later if we do get a move to the upside. So I'm thinking, is it strappy at the moment? Are we going to, because everybody thinking is short now, but I'm like, yeah, but what if we're going to get a TGIF, a weekly retracement into 20%. Now the 20% is here, but if we are going to extend the range, obviously the 20% of the weekly range is going to go higher, 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 right? So I'm just thinking, how can they, fool us as much as possible? Is like making us go short here, but not do it, because we already took Asia high, right? So everybody thinking, oh, we're going to go for Asia low. Yes, it could be, but we already went into this fair value gap here. We do have a lot of gaps, but I see this big boy here as well. But I do want to reach, why are we not reaching? Let me take this one here. And the 0.5 is exactly the opening range gap again. So I'm going to wait for a long. I'm just going to let the short do its thing, and I'm going to wait for the long, because I have a long bias. I'm going to wait for the long. Oh, I'm seeing something. Hold on. Breaker. We activated the breaker at 1 o'clock. We have a fair value gap within the breaker. We are retesting that right now. Is that enough? So is this area enough? I do see a little gap here on the 15-minute. Here, this one here. But we also have a lot of gaps here. It's very gappy. Mm. So we're in the macro. See how the macro is doing? We're doing nothing. It's 251, 252, and we're now at 258. This fair value gap is holding the line within the 15-minute breaker. So I can so the moment I can frame it both ways, I know I have to stay out because yes, we have if I calculate the Gini range, we haven't even gone to 38% of the Gini range, but we're in a breaker. We're sort of like balancing out. Now I can break that area anytime, but a lot of gaps here as well. But I'm wondering, are they going to leave that for a low resistance liquidity round? Take all, like, look here. I'm just looking at all these areas. Like, look at all these gaps here. I saw some more here. There's a lot of work to be done here. But does it want to do it now? Does it want to do it now, or is it going to go back up? Let's see. $3 o'clock. Yeah, I'm just going to focus on longs today because I'm still bullish. I'm not going to take. I'm not going to trade the opposite side. I also don't like the price action too much. So if it's going to be a short, it's fine with me. But I just, it's horrible. 3 o'clock exactly. So we have a new. Okay, yeah, we're going to get continuation most likely. Yeah, okay, it looks like continuation candle maybe. Let's see if it's going to go beyond the midpoint of this block here. We got another large wick here. Here. Just drop. Just do it. Either drop or go back up. Two past three. Let's see, 3 past 3. Now, would this be my structure? Hold on, this is interesting now. 3 past 3. Okay. Breakers holding. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I don't think there will be, this macro probably won't continue to the downside. Let's see. Okay. Hey, Vincent, how are you doing? Hey, Angel B. Yeah, bullish. I'm definitely bullish as well. I'm not interested in a short at all. It's been very trappy. We're in a 15-minute breaker right now. Lately, also yesterday, we retested the full breaker, the 15-minute breaker. It was the same thing yesterday. You know, the wicks, it even went out of it here. But we still could go down. Maybe the next macro. Let's see. It's very slow. Yeah, yeah, disciple of Christ. January SI sucks for this year. Yes, I agree with you. We had one really nice day. What was it? Was it yes? I can't remember that. I was so excited. It was a Friday, I believe. I was so like a little girl. I was so excited, and we had finally some nice price action. But this price action does happen, help us practice patience, help us identify low probability areas. So we do learn. I mean, by not trading, and maybe if we do trade, we. So it's always, there's always lessons to be learned, I guess. I still find it interesting to see how price behaves within the macros or what it's doing. For example, if it would break this breaker, how could you tell already by certain things it's doing? Because it looks like it's going to the downside, right? And it still might, but it's not doing it very, it's not doing it very smooth in the way like a distribution move. But you want to look for algorithmic signatures. Like, okay, the macro did not do this, but for example, we were below the midpoint. Because I still think we should have a little bit more move to the downside. Not that I'm interested in taking it, but okay, what are we seeing here, right? The bodies are below most of the time, below the midpoint of the breaker when the macro started. So the macro here, then we go down, and we hardly go above the midpoint. So I'm seeing that, but I'm also like, okay, but then we have displacement at 3, but not very convincingly, and then we go to the bottom of the breaker and we go back up, still in the macro. Macro, one more minute to go. So I'm just trying to look for algorithmic signatures, but it's just like, it's a nothing burger. But here you can see, okay, we're below the midpoint. So I'm thinking, okay, Zach T, there is a 15-minute breaker, yes. Oh, maybe I didn't see something. Hold on. I did not. Maybe you're right. Let me just check. It is a breaker. But if we do go lower, we could have to look at this breaker here. This is a breaker because you got a low, high, lower, low, but we also have a breaker here. Low, high, lower, low. Liquidity has been taken here. Liquidity has been taken here. If we do go lower, we have to look at this breaker. But I always take the highest one because we might reject in it. But if we do break this, then we have to look into this breaker here. But this is definitely a breaker. Yeah, hey Vincent, there's no 4-hour AMD. There's no distribution. It's just back and forth, back and forth. It's annoying. Price making me sleepy. Au revoir, je dois aller travailler. Okay, enjoy your French. Have safe travels to you. 312. Yeah, I think we're gonna get some nice movement to the downside. Finally, come on, get your ass down there. Just move. I'm gonna take this off because I think this one will break now. Then we have to look at this breaker here. What is gold doing? This is a breaker. Low, high, lower low. We took liquidity and we broke it here. There's two breakers here. There's another breaker here as well. Low, high, lower low. For it to be a breaker, you have a low, high, and we broke it here. This activated this breaker. And the breaker here, it's a breaker because we had liquidity taken this liquidity took this liquidity here. This is also a breaker. Low, high, there are two breakers. So now this one is broken, but now you can look at this one. But this is technically a breaker because you have a low, high, and liquidity is being taken from the leg that has been taken up. And it's been activated here. Now breakers can be broken as well. So this is definitely a breaker. But they fail sometimes. That's what they do. Okay. Now we're at 0.5. Hey Dora, how are you? Where's my coffee? Okay, now I'm getting more interested in 316. You entered a short at the balanced price range after the IFGG. This one here at 235. Yes, Dora, it has been a while. How's it going? Have you been trading or did you take a break? We also have a lot of such a big gap here. Oh, hold on, I'm doing something wrong. I'm so distracted by that noise of the tree cutters. Okay, we hit 0.5 of daily range, of the dealing range, I'm sorry. 25,710. Nice, well done. On the 9 minute, it I there's a little gap here that was so obvious, right? And then, but there's no imbalances here at all. Here. What's your TP, scalper? Dora, I've been taking it slow. I want to ask, please, what model you use? A bit of everything. Yes, I use, it's not like I use one model. I use time, I use different PD arrays. I like the rejection block and the breaker a lot. But I need a clear, I just love it when I have a clear AMD. So when I have a proper structure and I can define, for me, it's really hard to read. Yesterday and today on NQ, I've been struggling a little bit to read this price action. So like on the higher time frame, when it's like this, it's like this. I find it difficult to read, and I just don't like to trade these areas. It's very wicky, and I just need better structure. So for me, it's really difficult to trade this properly. Because I'm a distribution trader, so I need a clear AMD power of 3. Preferably, I want to enter in the new 2 a.m. and the 10 a.m. Manipulation move of the candle. So, but when there's a lot of wicks on every candle, it's hard for me to identify the clear AMD. So then I'm always struggling as well. So also here, like what time the 2 a.m. Well, this one actually wasn't too bad though, but I don't know. I just don't like this too much. And we're still in this N walk all the time. So for me, it's just, I find it difficult. I don't know if you guys, I mean, some people are doing really well. They read the short very well. I see it's trickling down and I can see where, we have the range, but I just, I don't know. And I'm distracted by the noise as well. You guys really don't hear that noise so loud? It's so loud, those tree cutters. Hey, Michael, how are you doing? I've been holding this short for minutes. Well done, well done. I'm glad it's selling. My bias is bullish, so I need to determine low if they buy or back up. Yes, I agree. But on the other hand, I don't know. 20% of the range is here, 30% is here. Let's see how low she can go. How low can she go? Oh, I don't know. This noise, guys. I'm being honest with you. That noise really gets to me. Yeah, no, Michael. I'm getting really stressed from that noise. It's so loud. Um, I think I'm going to end the stream because I want to get away from that noise. Yes, I strongly agree. I struggled yesterday as well with the morning PA action. Yeah, it's well. I had a win on gold yesterday and L on the morning on NQ. So I made up for the loss. But you look at the 1 hour. It's just we're in a big large range, and we're just going back and forth. But hey, kudos to you guys if you can read this properly. Go to the beach. My problem is patience. I saw it coming, and when it's there, I can't wait for big profits. Too excited when I'm right. Yeah, you'll get. I don't mind missing a move like this because I know when my setup presents itself, my trades are always over 60 to 200 points. So I'm always eager to wait because if I don't see it, I just wait and my trade will come where it presents itself in a more easy way. But then again, I still would journal this and like, okay, what did I miss and how could I take it? Because it's still a good move. Don't get me wrong. But it also depends on how you see the market and what you prefer, right? And it's too slow. I don't like the slowness of these moves as well. So I really want to get in a clear. Want to see a 4-hour distribution candle. Really, being ready to move and just position myself between the open and the high, for example, for a short, and then let the 4-hour candle just do its work and just stay in it. For me, I just don't know. If I look at this candle here, like, okay, is this 1 hour? We're not it's not a 4-hour distribution candle, so that's why I'm not interested, because I think we're not going to go all the way down in this 4-hour. Maybe it is, but maybe I'm missing it. But I do see this gap here. Maybe we go to 702 again. Like yesterday, we also went to 702 right over here, which is exactly 20%. 702 is exactly at 20% of the weekly range, so that might be a very nice target, guys. See this target here? 20% is exactly at 702. Oh, it's gold dumping. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I'm missing everything now. I'm so distracted by that noise. I'm really. It's so loud. It's just. It really fries my brain. I'm new to your stream and I want to share something I've noticed. Today I took the 2 a.m. sell order based on a macro that I see repeating itself regardless of the time. The 20 to 25. 20 to 25? 20 to, yeah, there's definitely a macro. Well, we don't call it a macro, we call it a time base because the macros are ICT. The ICT macros are 10 to 10 after. But I definitely also trade the 20 to 40 time is definitely a time based range. There is movement there. Yes. Well done. If you see that, that is definitely an area where you can enter and where but you can use for moves to. So yesterday in London, I also missed the move to the upside. Now I missed the move to the downside, but it's okay. I hope that bloody noise stops. I get a headache from that noise. It's so loud. It's just so loud. It's been going on all morning from 7 o'clock, so I've been hearing it. Then I started the stream. It was quiet, and then it starts again. So make money online. It's going well. How are you doing? I have tree cutters here that are making a lot of noise, but it needs to be done because it's very risky. We had a lot of overhanging branches, taking down cables and stuff like that. So it needs to be done. It's long overdue. They should come. They should have come already in December, but it's South Africa. Things take a little bit longer. I do think if we are really going to drop, I would be interested in 596, so another 30 points. See this here, this level. It's exactly 20% with matches 702 range. That's a confluence, guys. Let it drop. So we're in the 20 to 40 range. It could now make a move. Why? Because the macro didn't move much, right? So if the macro doesn't move, and here you see here. So now what you see a lot happen is then you run between 20 and 40. So let's see if it can drop all the way to here. I'm not in it, so it's okay. But 597 would be a target for me. If I would be in, I would get out here. Let's say 600, 25, 600. It will take. It most likely will take daily open. The daily open we didn't take yesterday. Remember that was the opening range gap. We have another one here, but we might not make that one. Let's see. Macro is just the time. The time is macro is just a script that runs. The algo is run. It's the markets are run by scripts because it's the algo that's running the. And the macro is just the ICT based macro that is 10 to the hour to 10 after the hour. And what does the market do? It just grabs liquidity or balances out an imbalance. That's the only two things that the market does. Or when we are in a consolidation, we create liquidity. But that's a different story. Oh, is gold going down fast? Ugh, I'm missing. Oh my god, I'm missing everything. I'm annoyed. Oh. Gold is annoying that I missed that one, but it's okay. 20%, we're back at 20%, taking the high. Next target, 25,602. Yes, I agree with you on that one. I think so too, because it's exactly that level here. If I would be in a short now, I would leave it to this level here, 20%. I like this level. I like you. Did I calculate it properly? Well, I guess it's a beautiful, it is a distribution candle. Well done for those who got in. Well done. Okay, let's see. We could also reject here in this candle here. Oh, I hope these guys are gone in the afternoon session because I cannot. I just it gives me such a headache. Noise. Make money online. I don't use a trade copier anymore. I stopped doing that actually. I just trade one account per time. It's enough. Hold on, guys. I think I hear some people on my. Hold on, I need to check something. Okay, we go. Let's see. 702. I think 606 somewhere here. Yeah, that's the daily open. Let's give a little bit of a. It's never too late. N-Dog and OT are overlapping. Will be nice to fill the gap and then reject back up. Yes, yes, yes. There we go. Little push, little lower. Go to the 20% here. 334. It's enough. 606. Good enough. Come on, tech 20%. Yeah, but I'm not in it. If it's a distribution, but it's a beautiful move. It is beautiful, but it was so slow. Here at 3 o'clock, 317, 332. Um, I already answered the question that I'm not using a trade cop here. You can still make a lot of money without a trade cop here. Okay, let's see. One more push, maybe two pushes. 702, 79. I make money online. It's about what is enough for you. I don't need a lot. I just need enough to keep my life as a digital nomad, live wherever I want, and have a roof over my head, be in a place where I want to be, contribute to conservation, and do things I like, and travel a little bit. You have to find balance. It's not about making thousands, tens, thousands of dollars every day. It's about balance in life. Most important thing in life is balance. What do you want in life? What do you need? And what do you need to stay secure? That's all you need. If you want a lot of money, it also comes with a lot of complications. The more money you make, it comes with complications. So you have to find balance in that. So I think it's a wrong attitude to have to make, well, if you want to be as rich as Elon Musk, you have to be as smart as Elon Musk. Because being very rich comes also with a lot of, making a lot of money comes with a lot of stress as well. So you have to find your balance. The more money you make, a lot of other issues will come. So I think that's it. I mean, I hope you're just being silly, but I mean, well, good for you. I don't want to be as rich as Elon Musk. I'm happy as I'm doing, as to be honest. I can always do have a little bit more, but I don't want a lot more. I mean, in all honesty, I don't need a lot more. I'm fine. I can travel. I can live wherever I want. And I want to do things that make me happy. I want to create passive income so I can do, so at some point, you want to make sure that you make enough money and get that money, make that money work for you. But if you're obsessed with money, you're going to be very unhappy, my friend. You're just going to be chasing the next big thing. You must be 20 years old or something. Mm. It's all about balance in life. Everything is about balance. Being balanced and being happy. And you need money to be happy, but it's not the amount of money, it's what you do with it. And what makes you happy to do. That's most important. If you can do something that you really makes you happy, you just need that kind of money. You don't need more than that. Okay, guys, let me see. I'm not really interested. I need to get away from the house because of the noise. I'm just, at some point in life, you learn that nothing in excess is good. Exactly. It's all about that. It's not the amount of money. It's just, but hey, everybody knows we need money, but you have to be very, very smart to deal with a lot of money because it comes with a lot of things. Hey, Zartrade, how are you doing? So most likely we will make another leg, maybe lower in the next macro, maybe. I'm waiting for the 448 for reversal confirmation. Yes. So yesterday, this was the move in London, right? This is yesterday's London move. So look here. So we are here. And then yesterday in the morning session, we went into that. Then we just had, we're literally still in this range going back and forth. But it's still a nice move, but we're still literally in this range. And this was yesterday's London move, which was pretty awesome as well. But we're still in a higher time frame consolidation area. Which is just not my favorite. It's just not my favorite. I'm always struggling here. Ooh, look at this. Is this the change in the state? Did we close above it? Not yet. Vincent, I want to retire in 5 years from. Hey, technically, I am already retired. I mean, I don't want to brag about it, but guys, I'm already retired technically for 4 years. I can live wherever I want because I do what I like. But I don't live an excessive life in the sense of um, I got retired before my 50th year. So I'm very happy. Do what you want. Life isn't, it's all about being happy and doing, but don't be obsessed about money because then you're just a very simple-minded soul, to be honest. It's not about money, it's about being, and also giving back to society, doing something good. Um, that's the most important thing. I want to retire in 5 years from now and I will be 55. Missed a lot of my family life with my flying career, so busy honing my training. Yes, exactly. I agree, Vincent. You know, your life is in phases, and at some point you also change, right? It's not about um, you also change, and at some point I used to have a very hectic life, also job wise, and I used to like it, but at some point I was like, I don't like it anymore. But I like to work and I like to do things, but I have full freedom now. I can do whatever I want, and that's freedom. There's nothing more valuable in life than freedom. And it's very easy to say when you have it. I still have issues here that I have to deal with, but having freedom of choice and being able to do whatever you want, there is no higher thing in life that I think is possible, and I'm very grateful for it. But I worked hard to get there. Don't get me wrong, but I managed to achieve it, and I'm still working to keep it, obviously. But if people say, "Oh, I want a lot of money," it's just, yeah. What do you want in life? You can have a lot of money, but you can be very miserable. My lifestyle needs money, but I don't need excessive money. Let me put it that way. So, so that's it. And I think that's just what people should really. Trading should be a means to get the lifestyle for you and your family to give you a sense of freedom. I think that's the highest thing that you can achieve in life, having the sense of freedom. And for freedom, you need money, yes, but you don't need excessive money. But you still need money. But there is a balance. Because making a lot of money takes away a lot of time. And the only thing that you can't take back in life is time. Time is the most valuable thing. So if you want to spend all your life making a lot of money, be my guest. I've done it. I've made a lot of money in my life, working hard. But at some point, it's not worth it. So anyway, but it's good to prepare yourself for rainy days. Yes, I agree with that. But hey, Dottie K, L7. I'm still sliding short since New York. Are you so short since New York? Wow, I think it's going back to 2,550. I don't. Hey, L7. I don't want to do any. I don't want to say anything about that. That it's going back all the way that way. Could be, but hey, listen. I'm struggling with NQ today, and I'm very distracted with the noise. So I just want to get off the charts and get away from the house and have a look when it's quiet again. Because for me, it's just hard to focus. I really cannot focus with that noise. So I'm just really, I just want to get out. I just want to get away from here. Go to the beach and have a nice walk. And then I'll maybe in the AM session I can have a better view. Maybe in the next hours I can maybe have a better view of what's happening. Right now we're just in consolidation, and I really I don't know if it's going to go all the way down now. It could be. I mean, who knows? because we're still above 20% of the weekly range. We could go all the way into the weekly range. Yes, could be. We could get everything back, but it's Friday. Remember, it's Friday. Be careful on Friday. Don't get overzealous. Don't, it's always tricky. Friday scenarios always tend to be trappy. Hey, listen, I always tend to go over scenarios. Okay, what are the scenarios if we go up? What if down? What are the possibilities? And I always make them every day. Now during the week, sometimes you can be right, but on Friday, every time I'm surprised, like, oh my God, it's a new scenario I never thought about. They're so creative on Friday. I can't believe it. So Fridays always, I just look at the order flow and look at the order flow per hour to see what it's doing. And after London, I go over London to make a few scenarios again. But then again, I'm still surprised afterwards on Friday. It amazes me. So I'm very careful with Friday to say, oh, I think that's going to happen. I have more confidence in other days of the week to go over my scenarios, because they do work out. Sometimes not, but they more often do. But on Friday, I just stopped saying that. I'm like, okay, you know what? I have to expect to be that they give us a totally different scenario and surprise all of us. So we all, I saw that also a couple of times. So we are below the weekly range 20%. So we think, okay, it's going to take the high and we're going to get a TGIF. Well, it could do exactly what L7 is thinking. It could go all the way back into the full range and have a large distribution all the way back down and take this low. Could be. So hey, yeah, L7. I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. So, but rich means a lot of things, right? Rich means just having freedom, and for freedom you need money. So, rich is you are rich when you have freedom. And hey, listen, I'm just not saying that we should not have these aspirations and wanting that, because I especially when you're young, you need to dream big. You need to work harder than the average person to get that life. Yes. But I was more referring to make money online, saying 200 trillion, whatever. And I think that is, well, if that's your dream, it's good to dream big, but don't get caught up in a amount of money. Because if you want to make that amount of money, you also have to work hard, and it comes with you have to make a lot of concessions. But when you're young, yes, you want to have big dreams and you need to work for them, especially. But also think about, like, okay, you don't want to get burned out. I had a burnout as well. It takes a long time to recover from a burnout, and it damages you a lot. A burnout gives you insight, but if you can learn from other people's mistake, like, okay, you know what, I want to maintain or get, I want to achieve something like a retirement or something like that, you start thinking about that and already save money and do things in a way that doesn't burn you out. That's all I want to say. But I was just more responding to amounts of 200 trillion, because I think that's a little bit, I mean, you can be very happy with a lot less and already never have to work ever in your life again, without the burnout, without the excessive stress, and having a normal life without being, exposed to things that come with having a lot of money. Because people never, they don't realize that. But if you have if you have a lot of stuff is a burden. I had a lot of stuff, and oh my God, I don't want to get back to a life where I had a lot of stuff. If you have 10 cars, you have to pay 10 car insurances. You have to do this, you have to do that. It comes with a lot of things. I want a simple life. So I want a simple life, but you need money for that. Also, for a simple life, you need money. If I want to live in the bush, I need money for that as well. So yes, we got that little push down. That would be my end for. If I would have been in the trade, this would have been I would have been just done, 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 done. But with the macro has started, so we'll most likely have more down movement now. Yeah, make money online, work hard, make money, have big dreams, but be realistic. But things, when you get older, things change as well. But hey, it's good to dream big. Keep on doing that, but just make sure that you don't burn yourself out and just find the balance. I'm 37. I'm first wealth generation. My vision started since I was a kid at 10 years old working in the field. Wow, I love that. My vision went straight to business. Now I want to keep increasing it for my legacy. Wow, that's awesome. And especially when you're the first in your family, you really, and you have never, your family never knew about it, and you also want to take care of your family. That's beautiful, and that's what we're doing here. And it's all about, especially when you're the first one, most likely L7, your family doesn't want much. They probably just want a roof over their head. They want good food. They want to keep warm, have nice clothes, maybe do some traveling. And they're already very happy, right? They don't need much more than they didn't have. It's all in relation to whatever you want and what you need. And but you hear ICT also saying that he lost a lot of time with his family and loved ones. So it's always good to find balance. It's all about balance. I just wanna reinstate that. I love those stories, L7. I would love to hear more from you, what your life was and what how you managed to get there, because that's also very inspirational. And that's also why I want to get back to that account that I want to do, the small account. I don't want to call it a challenge, but also just once we have everything set up with the broker. So for non-US brokers, I managed to get a really, really good rate for commissions. It's a US broker, but they want to expand their non-US citizen base. So look at that expansion candle. I'm actually a little bit upset that I missed it, but again, yes, avoid toxic relationship exactly as well. Listen, I'm going to say one thing, and I don't want to get anyone upset, but if you want to have a trading lifestyle and you have a partner that doesn't support it, and you want it, you have to get rid of that partner. It sounds horrible if I say that, but trading comes with a lot of discipline, and it's a lifestyle, and it's not easy to get there. But a toxic relationship or a relationship that doesn't support that is not going to work. And you have to think, I cannot have a partner doing this. I know that if my partner would not accept me spending time here or spending time with the charts, it will not work. So if you don't have a partner and you meet someone who will not support you, do not even consider it. If you really want to get into trading, you have to have someone who says, okay, you know what, I'll leave you, I'll accept it, I don't like it, but I'll leave you and I'll respect it, it's fine. But if they're going to give you a bad time, you will not succeed in trading. Oh, you're a college professor, and as much as I love teaching math, trading is really, yes, it's a passion. And for me too, I really enjoy doing this. I enjoy tape reading. I see myself as a long life student. I love it, and I just do it it's not a hobby, it's a lifestyle, but it maintains my freedom, and I really love tape reading. So I don't see I do something, but I just want to, it's horrible to say, but a partner that will not, if you really want to do it, you have a passion for it, and someone doesn't support any passion, get rid of them. It's very harsh, but don't even start that relationship. And I'm just talking from experience as well. And my partner, he knows, he accepts. He's very busy himself, but he also knows when I'm streaming. He's not always around as well. But also, I just need to do this. This is what I love to do, and I want to grow. I want to get better in it, and I'm still studying. I'm still learning. And now with the YouTube channel, it takes some time. It will become a little bit less, but he doesn't need to support me, but he just needs to accept it and give me my time and my space. That's it. And you compromise, but that's good enough. But if someone is giving you a hard time and you need to less hours, I'll lessen my hours, but on my terms. When I feel like, okay, my channel is growing, I have a good basis now, and he's giving me all the space, and that's why I'm like, wow, he's not even moaning about it, and that's really impressive. But even now, I'm like, you know what about this? And I'm not thinking, okay, I need to cut down on my hours a little bit, especially when he's here. But he never asked for it. He never asked for it. And I can tell, like, okay, I'm here, I'm back, let's do some things. And that's yeah, but that's how it works. And I'm like, okay, you see I like it, you see I wanted to do this. And just giving me the freedom. And then, for my own terms now, I'm feeling, okay, I need to find a way to make it work, to not lose him, and to also do this. So, but it's important, guys, to have the right people around you. I lost a lot of people because of the trading. They didn't take me seriously. They didn't respect me. Family members, I can tell they don't support me. It's painful. You'll lose people as well. Someone asked me in the beginning of the channel, what was your hardest lesson from trading? And when I started, it's losing people. Friends, the moment you start making money, they start putting you down. They start, oh, you're just gambling, and you cannot talk about it. That's why I love this channel so much. But yeah, it's not easy always, because you will lose people over trading. When you start really doing it extensively, and you start making money with it and become successful, you'll get pushback from the wrong people. But you let them go, and you'll find new ones. That's how it works. But yeah, it's all about balance. And toxic people, oh my God, it's just, there's no room for it anymore. So that's the reason why I want to live in the bush, surrounded by animals. I have a few people in my life that I know that they are the right people for me, and have balance and enjoy life. The scalper, yes, and yes. Well, this is exactly, Vincent. The community is so. I mean, I never knew how much I actually missed it until we started building this community. So now we can talk about now I can be a nerd among my fellow nerds. So I'm happy now. Yes. News. Yes, there is news today. Scalper. There was news, by the way, in London at 4:30. Oh, there is news at 4:30, but it doesn't really. I have been looking at it lately, and see how we are reacting exactly at 20% here. So beautiful. Here we go. 4:30. There's GBP news, but I'm just starting to watch it now to see if it reacts, but I'm not really sure if it really gives a lot of reaction. I'm still monitoring it. I haven't done that since a couple of months. And then we have 9:45 and 10 o'clock news. 9:45 red folder, and 10 o'clock orange folder. So, but not 8:30 news. Okay, guys, I need to get away. I need to get some fresh air. I've got a bit of a headache. Yeah, I love you guys. I truly do. I truly do. Oh, Trader Access, I live on a farm, 80 acres. It's peaceful. Oh, I love that. Yeah. You've made my home country your new home. Yes. I love South Africa. I mean, it stole my heart. Let's trade in your balcony. Yeah, well, you have my view, so I'll change my view a little bit once in a while. If you see my view on my rooftop, it's awesome. I've got ocean view, and there are homes in front of me, but because there's so many trees, you don't see. It's just like the forest. And then there's a nature reserve in front of the beach. So it's nature reserve, beach, and then ocean. So yeah, I'm very blessed to live here. So, but guys, I just want to say next week I hope to be able to have my new account attached to TradingView. I'm gonna do $1,000 account and just trade M and Q. So for people that start, who want to start their own account, we can just grow a little account and show people that you don't need a lot of money to start growing your own account besides prop firms, because I think it's good to have both. I really think it is, but man, I saw some of you on the website you sent me. Yeah, hey Scalp, and they're not expensive, right? You can buy in a very nice house here. Well, 8.5 is quite high here considered, but for 8.5 million, you live in a villa. So I'm talking about 8.5 million rands, by the way, guys. It's not $8.5 million. So do the conversion yourself. You'll see. That will be yes. So Vincent, I think that will be nice to do, right? So I'm talking to this broker, and I said honestly, listen, this is what I want to do, and so we're changing my setup because now I have a Rhythmic account. I can't attach that to TradingView, so we're busy transferring money from one account. I've got a couple of accounts. I need to transfer some money to get it in. Then we're gonna collaborate together so I can negotiate better commissions. I think I managed to get, if you would not use my referral, I think with the referral it's 20 cents commission cheaper with my referral, 20 cents per trade on minis. Micros not so much, but obviously and if you have a higher volume, you get an additional was it 10%? But I have to see. But it's a pretty good deal, I think. And after 3 months, we're only going to do a 3 months contract. If the volume is good enough, I can renegotiate even better terms. So I think, okay, I'm open to that because that gives the people that sign up or use my referral a really, really good advantage as well. So busy with that. I hope next week everything will become. We can really start and we can. I can really advertise. Well, it's my dedicated broker. And I've been using them for years, and the service has been. I used them when I was using ShareChart. There was a lot of setups. I had one account manager, and I bothered him a lot. I can tell you that. So I told them as well. Listen, I know the service is very, very well. So it's a trustworthy partner. It's American broker. So for people that don't live in the U.S. and want an American broker, this is going to be a very good deal. But next week, everything will become visible, and I can really start. We can start working on it, and then my account will be also changed to the proper setup, and then we're gonna rock and roll. So anyway, I have all my holidays in SA. We'll be in St. Lucia, north of Durban. Oh, St. Lucia! I was there last year. St. Lucia is very nice, Vincent. So you're going to be in June. You're going to be in St. Lucia. Okay. I live near St. Lucia. I am very near to St. Lucia. I'm in KwaZulu-Natal as well. But St. Lucia is nice. So you're going to be there in June. Okay. Well, who knows? We might be able to. I might come say hello to you and your family. I want to go to Sodwana Bay. I have to pass St. Lucia maybe, so we'll keep in touch. And near St. Lucia is Shushluwe, nice wildlife reserve. So there's enough to do there. So L7 trader. It's just a broker, and I'm just organizing that that people that sign up through my referral that we get a better. I don't get the better deal, by the way. I asked them, do I get the? No, I already have a structure. So, but it's okay. But yeah, Mai is Dutch, so that will be welcome. Mai is Dutch. Yeah, okay, that would be awesome. Well, we'll keep each other posted, Vince. That would be nice. St. Lucia is awesome. St. Lucia is really nice. Yeah. And St. Lucia has a lot of hippos running around in the streets at night. Yeah. We'll be back for the New York session. Yes. Yes, I know your wife is Dutch. Yes, yes, yes. I know. I think you told me. I thought you meant that already. Yes. Um, yeah, so I have a pre-market session that I do, but that is a subscription that's very short, and I just go over the markets and over the levels. And then I'm not sure if I'm going to do the AM session or the PM session. I still need to, it depends if the 3 people are done. If the people are not done, I'm going to wait because I still have a headache from that noise. Yes. Okay, my lovely people, we have nice structure here on the 1 minute, so it might be long, but I'm not going to do anything. I want to get out of the house. I just want to get away from if they start again with the noise, and then I get back into my Zen, and then trade the New York session. And I'll make a new. It depends on the noise if it's going to be AM or I'm going to try to do the AM session because it's Friday. I don't want to trade too much. Try to get a good trade in the AM session and be done by then. So we'll see. So thank you guys. Well, you know where to find me if in the Discord. I put the Discord link in the chat. If anyone wants to join the Discord, it's easy to get in touch with me there, and if something is off, I can keep you posted there. And yeah, if you have any questions, you guys know where to find me, right? It looks like a long structure. Look, it's beautiful. Inversion, retest, breaker. The breaker is activated with this candle here. Yeah, you can give a 2-hour trade now from here. Let me just point it out for the people that want to. I don't like one candle structure breakers, but let's see. If this would still be a trade, if we get a continuation to the downside, this could still be a valid trade. But I don't know if we're gonna get 2R though. 2R is here. Well, anyway, I'm gonna let it go. Yesterday during New York Open, price just tanked 200 points in the first 20. How do you even trade the kind of fast market? David, if you just start out, you don't want to trade the New York Open. You want to get more experience to trade it. I think I tried to. I think in that area I took a loss. Sometimes I do really well in the New York Open, but I was too impatient yesterday. But technically, when you just start out as a new beginner, you just let the New York Open just run, and you try to. You wait. You want to trade after 10 o'clock. So it comes with experience, but at some point you will be able to position yourself, and when you really understand what the market has been doing, then you can take a stab at it. But you still have to be careful because you can be wicked out, and you have to identify the manipulation move first, and then what's the real move, right? Because you always have a Judas move. Sometimes the Judas move comes already in the pre-market, but it depends. But if it comes within the New York Open, you might be on the wrong side of the trade. So best advice is when you start out just to watch it, journal it, go over it, what's happening, and wait until you have more experience. But there's a lot of experienced traders that never still trade the New York Open. They just wait. So there's nothing wrong with that. Oh, am I looking at old? Oh, am I going over old question? Yeah, I think. Sorry. That was an old question. I said. See, I'm getting so tired. I'm sorry, guys. Enjoy your day. I'm waiting for the 4:30 a.m. reverse and leave the trade on autopilot. Yes. Yes, because the low, the New York low, the London low. Well, the thing is here, when we have a low around this area, I never trust it, to be honest. When we have a low at 3:30, it's sort of like we have a London low. But when we have a low around 4 o'clock, I sometimes notice in my journaling that we might continue lower. So be careful, scalper. Yeah, so then at least, yeah, just wait until 4:30, because normally we say the London low is set between 2:30 and 4, but when we have it exactly at 4, around 4ish, you want to be careful, right? It could have another leg lower. Yes, yes, yes. Um, but we are around this 20%. I like this level though. We'll see. I'm not going to look at it. I just want to do something else. I call it Niagara. New York Open is the craziest, quickest way to blow up accounts. I call the Niagara Falls. Yeah, it could be. Yeah. Yeah, and when you're not feeling well, you just wait. My best trades are between 10 and 11. I have my best model is between 10 and 11. I wait for the 10 a.m. open, the new 4-hour candle. And technically that's my best, my safest area for my most A plus setup, which happens more than most of the time. So, but okay, guys, I'll see you later today, and if not, I wish you a pleasant weekend. And yeah, if you have a question, you know where to find me in the Discord. I try to read my DMs once a day, or actually 3 times a day, and respond once a day if I have enough time. So for now, I love you guys, and thank you so much. And I'm happy that some of you guys took this short. I'm going to escape my house now. I'll see you later. Bye bye.